Welcome to Venusian Soul. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be a message about your personal growth. So I want you to cast your gaze over these cards and ask your higher self which cards have a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi group 1. So the first message I'm hearing for this group is if you've been working towards something, a change, a goal, some sort of element of your personal growth, I keep hearing don't give up, because I feel for some of you with the Eight of Pentacles and Andromedan energy, just jump in, adventure, say yes to change, I feel as though Spirit is asking you not to give up on some of your goals, especially around career, life purpose, anything really around your finances, growing or expanding what you do and your financial success, especially with unfinished symphonies sitting beneath it. I keep getting the sense that something's incomplete or something hasn't yet come to fruition. And with patience, I feel like that message is quite evident, because there's a need to have a certain level of patience with some of the changes or the shifts that are wanting to come into your world. Now, the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, when it comes to your personal growth, I feel like there's a lot of work that is either currently being done or has been done around confidence. Because I feel whatever you're working towards or whatever you're asking for, because for some of you, I really feel this is relative to career, success, your life purpose, your dreams. But for others of you, this could be an element of, your personal desires that you're manifesting. There's something around how you carry yourself and your self-belief that is necessary to bring this vision to life, to manifest. With the Devil next to it, the first thing I heard is this group has been through a tremendous amount of lessons or karmic situations, personal growth. It could have been like difficult childhood experiences. I just feel you've run the gamut of emotion and challenges and setbacks, and it could even be just difficult relationships. With the Devil and the Star next to it, there's also this sense of moving away from darker times or darker energies. For those of you where with the Queen of Wands, you feel like, yes, I'm trying to step into my power, or I'm trying to grow and expand, be conscious of the people or the situations that pull you back. It could be people or situations as well that remind you of the past, or that just leave a negative impression and negative energy on you. With the Devil, though, I'm hearing as well, for some of you, there may be energies that you need to cleanse, purge, release, emotionally, physically, mentally, that sets you free to expand. So for some of you, when it comes to your personal growth, there could be still some shadow work or some energies that aren't compatible with what you're aiming for or working towards. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups beneath it, I feel like Spirit is saying you are going to have that victory. You are going to have that success, that breakthrough, especially with patience here. But it could potentially take longer than what you've hoped for. Or it's that sense where it's around the bend. You can't see it, and you need to have that faith while you're preparing and you're stepping into that energy. Beneath the Queen of Wands, again with the Ten of Swords, for this group, I feel like you've taken a tremendous amount of pain and setbacks and disappointment and turned it into success. You're definitely warriors. You have that warrior energy where you can make anything happen, where you have a lot of power. And even I feel people who try to kind of stab you in the back or try to pull you down, it's like it doesn't work on you. You have the capacity to kind of take out that sword, not let it sway you. But with the Two of Pentacles sitting beneath the Devil, I keep hearing Devil and Angel, because we have the Devil and the Star, and I keep getting, there may be aspects of yourself where you feel like you have the Devil on one shoulder, or you have an inner voice that is kind of more negative, or I want to say pulls you or sets you back, where you feel like it creates a dialogue or an energy that it just isn't conducive with where you want to go or the energy you want to be in. So I feel like Spirit is saying there may be a need to balance out your energies. I just heard what part of yourself you feed and which part of yourself expands. Now with the Devil as well, with the Two of Pentacles, you may be at a point, a choice point, where there are shifts that are going to happen. You're deliberating, you're questioning. But with the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Devil, the energy of shedding and purification is very strong. Because for some of you, I feel like what you're moving towards or what you're asking for, there's energies within you or around you that aren't compatible with what you desire. With higher power, I feel like for this group, you're very connected to Spirit. Also with the Queen of Wands, some of you are very intuitive or mystical. You may also be very creative and have a lot of creative energy overall. But I just get this sense that Spirit is saying to kind of hold that faith, do the inner work, go within and really clear what sets you back. With the Star, I feel for some of you as well, you are visionaries or you have large dreams. You have huge sights when it comes to what you're capable of, what you want to create, and Spirit is asking you not to let go of that, especially with openness sitting above the Star. But there's a need as well to be perhaps a bit more open or free in terms of when, how it comes in, what that looks like. With higher power next to the Ten of Wands, I do think at this point in time, Spirit is really guiding you in the sense of what can't come with you, what holds you back and what weighs you down. For some of you, with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, I do feel for a lot of you, these energies have already completed themselves. I don't feel these energies are still active, but they may still be active within you to the extent that they can affect you, or they can exert an influence. With openness and the Star, the other message I'm hearing is be open to the magic and how it comes in, especially if you have very set ideas in terms of, okay, this is how I want things to happen, or you know, this is how it should look, this is how it should be. Spirit is saying don't kind of cut yourself off from, or what would be the phrase? Don't lock yourself into a vision or a mode of this is how it has to be. This is how it's going to unfold. This is this is the best path, because I feel for you, there may be, especially with the Two of Pentacles, a new opportunity or a new way of doing things. Again, I think your overall goal and vision is on point and Spirit is encouraging you in that direction. But I feel like the way things come about may be slightly different, or the way you go about doing things, because we have openness sitting above get grounded. So there is that sense as well of grounding yourself, but I'm hearing meditation. I feel like you receive your inspiration with the Star next to get grounded during times where you're kind of going within, meditating, focusing. It's almost like you're able to hear Spirit more clearly and more fully than you would normally. So there is that impression of, yes, really trusting Spirit, but also giving Spirit that space to connect with you. With Get Grounded sitting above higher power, again, I feel for this group, your spiritual practice and your connection with the divine is your foundation. For some of you with that Queen of Wands, you may literally have spiritual or creative gifts that are aided with Spirit. It's almost like Spirit is your co-creator, or the divine gives you certain ideas and insights and downloads that help you with what you're creating, what you're working towards. But I do feel with the Devil, there's an aspect of yourself that you're purging, that you're releasing. And again, it could literally be the past. I just feel, especially with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, it's that sense of not allowing anything from the past to burden you, to weigh you down. And with that Three of Cups beneath the Eight of Pentacles, I get that sense of you will have success, especially with unfinished symphony there, but it may be a slower progress than what you hoped for. Or what I'm also hearing is certain factors have to fall into place, especially energetically, to allow for this change. With the Two of Pentacles, I do feel for some of you there's a new opportunity that presents, a new opportunity, a new path that enables things to move ahead. But I do feel it comes in after you've done some really clear kind of purging, or there's been a level of clearing and release work, and then it comes in. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi, group 2. So I feel for this group, there's a really strong energy around a dark night of the soul, or some sort of initiation spiritually. I feel like there's a lot of changes, but there's a lot coming up to the surface. For some of you, it could even be somewhat of an ego death, where you feel like there's aspects of yourself or your old way of life, your old way of being and doing, that are literally shedding and releasing. But again, it's to make way for new birth and new growth and evolution. But I do feel it could be quite a difficult or uncomfortable process. Now, I keep seeing the color blue for you. So I feel there's an emphasis on emotion. There could be an emphasis on the water element, whether that's being near the ocean. It could be having salt baths. There's a sense of kind of surrounding yourself or being in that element. But for others of you as well, I'm hearing throat chakra. So there could be some healing and purging and releasing as well that's really activating the throat chakra. With the Queen of Cups, I keep getting this energy of you healing emotionally, spiritually, you having certain realizations and certain truths coming to the surface from your healing process as well. There could be an awakening or an epiphany that comes about as these emotions rise to the surface. With simplicity sitting above happy, I'm hearing stick to the basics. For those of you where you're really struggling, or you're feeling as though there's so much going on right now, I'm not sure where to focus my energy, I'm not sure what to give attention to, it's almost as though Spirit is asking you to really kind of take your time, take it step by step, but just take care of you. With simplicity and happy as well, next to the Three of Wands, I feel like for some of you, you may be moving into the future or have a clarity in terms of what you want, where you're simplifying, you're cutting ties, you may be simplifying your lifestyle for some of you, because I'm getting those themes of minimalism or like culling away what's unnecessary. I see you just really focusing on releasing what doesn't serve you and what's not going to come with you. But with Temperance, I do feel there's a strong level of healing, replenishing yourself. You can see that this woman is literally pouring back into her own cup. So for those of you where there's been an extended time of giving outward, it could have been for some of you giving to someone literally, with the Seven of Swords sitting above the King of Cups. And it could have been giving to someone who perhaps didn't deserve it, but that won't resonate with everyone. It's just a sense of, I keep hearing bringing my energy back to self, bringing my attention back to self, taking care of my needs, focusing on my growth, my evolution. And with that Seven of Cups, there are new opportunities and blessings and insights that come in. But I feel first, it's like you get to a place where you're feeling really grounded. I feel for some of you, this rebirth happens first, or there's a level of emotional healing and clearing that makes room for what wants to come in. With that Knight of Wands, I'm hearing as well, you will be experiencing renewed passion, especially as it pertains to your work, your endeavors, your dreams. So for those of you where you're feeling like, I'm just not inspired with what I'm doing, or, you know, I'm not sure if I'm going to get that it factor back, that wow, that passion, that drive, it's like you're going to be on top of your game when you come out of this healing process. We do have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups as well, so there are counterparts. But again, for those of you where this is an energy as well of wanting to manifest better for yourself, that Seven of Swords can represent just low vibrational energies, or people Yes, people that may be dishonest, but people that can't show up at the level perhaps that we hope for. If that's the case and you're wanting to kind of bring in someone who is healthy or higher vibrational, it's like you go through this process first individually, especially with Orphan next to Temperance. There could be this period of solitude and you could be going through it right now, especially sitting beneath the initiation and you're going somewhere sacred where you have to really just focus within. It's more of an energy of solitude and introspection. But I feel on the outset, it's going to give way to a lot of blessings, a lot of changes and evolution. With the Queen of Cups above the Three of Wands, I'm also hearing, don't allow your emotion and allow the truths that come to the surface to guide what you want moving forward. This is an energy where you may literally have realizations of what hasn't been working for you, what you don't want anymore. If you've had a pattern of attracting in a certain type of individual or dealing with certain setbacks and it just keeps replaying itself, you may reach a point where you're kind of changing your standards or changing that programming, that template, shifting subconscious beliefs. Sometimes when I think of the water element, I do think of the subconscious. With purity sitting above Temperance as well, again, there's a purification and a healing process that occurs within you, but it's like you attract in people and situations that are more pure or authentic. It's almost like you can trust what comes in for you, or you can trust, okay, I only receive what is meant for me, or I only receive the conditions that are conducive for my growth and my well-being. With the Seven of Cups, though, the message is really strong not to force some of these changes. If you're still in this energy of initiation, dark night of the soul, there will be opportunities and people and situations that arise, but I feel it has to happen within that timing. It's not something that you can push towards, because I do think there's an element of allowing things to unfold when they will, and being at peace with those timelines. I keep seeing the number 7 as well in my mind's eye, like 777, which is for me a number of divine orchestration. With spontaneous awakening, I do get the sense where some of the changes you're going through, I don't know that they've been driven by you. I feel like your higher self or spirit in general may have been helping you with this process, or may have been helping to create changes within you and energetic shifts, which have given way to some of these outcomes, or you're seeing things more clearly as well. Like I keep hearing there's awakenings that are, and epiphanies and realizations that are making it really clear what you don't want for your future, and likewise what you do desire moving forward. Because I feel like this Three of Wands is completely informed by what is bubbling up. For some of you, there could have been situations or experiences that you just haven't had the time to fully process. And as you go through these changes internally, it's becoming clearer to you in regards to, okay, this is what I want moving forward, or this is a pattern that I keep falling into and stepping into, and I understand the origin now. I understand, I just heard what weighs me down. With simplicity above happy and happiness, there's a sense of, and even with purity, of getting back to basics, stripping away some of the external pressures, stripping away some of the expectations, what you think you want, what you thought you wanted, what other people want for you, and getting really clear in terms of, okay, this is what's for me, this is what I want next, this is what I'm going to move towards, and this is my focus, this is my emphasis. So I do think for this group, there are a lot of beneficial changes that do come in that help set the stage for your future, or help you gain the level of emotional fulfillment and success and happiness that you've desired. With the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, I do feel for this group, it's not just a matter of emotional fulfillment and emotional success, but I see you feeling very fulfilled when it comes to your stability as well. like feeling really grounded, feeling reinvigorated, knowing yourself as well. I think in terms of personal growth, this healing process helps you to deepen your bond with self, helps you to deepen your understanding of what truly nourishes you, what serves you, and what you want to leave behind. With the Three of Wands followed by the Knight of Wands, you may come out of this, for those of you where you're resonating with a dark night of the soul or even an ego death, you may come out of this experience with completely new desires. There could be brand new intentions. There could be new passions and skills that bubble to the surface that you weren't aware of previously. So I do feel like Spirit is saying, the reason I'm seeing the color blue as well is I keep hearing the word flow. So for some of you, you're re-establishing that emotional flow, especially if your emotions have had to be put on the back burner because of, it could have just been something painful that has arisen and it was hard to process it and work through it. So you've taken a step back, but just in general, I feel like allowing it to flow is very healing and cathartic for you. So there is that sense of taking a step back, going within, and I keep hearing, don't push for these changes, because these changes are all going to happen in a really organic, natural way and in their own timeline. It's not something that you need to make happen. It's not something that needs to be forced. And I'm also hearing, I feel like you're getting back to the core of who you are, the purity of your being, the truth of your being, the sense of knowing, the sense of, yes, like this is what I want for me, this is what serves my highest good, this is the source of love within, just being really clear. I also think for some of you, you may have had to take a step back in terms of getting clear in regards to what happiness is for you. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 3. So the first message I'm hearing is, I feel for this group, you're in a really abundant energy. There's an energy of creation, especially starting here with the Empress, and you're definitely getting a green light when it comes to embracing your passions, working on your desires, your dreams, what you want for your future. Now, there's definitely a strong message here around love. We have the Two of Cups, love and co-create, and then sitting above it, just say yes. For those of you where you're already in a relationship, this could be, you know, the potential for a commitment and, you know, saying yes to marriage or, you know, something becoming more solidified. Now, for others of you where this is something you're manifesting, I see you manifesting a really beautiful connection. And if you haven't met this person already, I feel like the universe is giving you the green light in terms of, yes, you can trust this person. Yes, you can move towards this opportunity. So I feel like this group overall, I feel like you've already done a lot of the personal growth or the inner work that has enabled you to come into this phase of so many blessings. Now, the Empress, the Nine of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles, I do think there's a message here of you really embracing what makes you happy. Because here we have Starseed, what lights you up. There's a sense of you going ahead or moving towards and putting energy towards the visions, the desires, the dreams that do kind of support you, that you want to embrace, is what I'm hearing. The only message with this group, we have Queen of Swords next to just say yes, and I'm hearing don't overthink it. Like don't overanalyze it. If opportunities come in and your gut instinct is telling you that this is right for you, or you get a positive energy and vibe from it, don't be afraid to move ahead, because I do feel for this group, for some of you, you may be slightly hesitant or guarded with that Nine of Wands, not sure whether you should trust either a person or an opportunity. And again, use your discernment. If you really feel there's something wrong with a situation or opportunity or person, by all means, hold back. But I feel for many of you, there's a lot of positive shifts, and I see a really beautiful connection. I see promise with this Ace of Pentacles. And this could be something with the Empress energy that I see you giving birth to new conditions. Now, for those of you where you're already in a committed relationship, and this is not everyone, a minority, you may literally be giving birth, or there could be an emphasis on starting a family. But for those of you where you're single and this is more career related, I see you giving birth to something or working towards something with that Ace of Pentacles. There's a sense of kind of setting new intentions, growing, evolving, planting that seed, moving in that direction. But I do feel the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords, for some of you there may be trepidation or the energy of overthinking and analysing, like, should I move ahead? Is this right for me? Just feeling uncertain in terms of what you want to do next. With the Fates though, I do feel that sense of Spirit really asking you to embrace, for many of you, your dreams, embrace your desires, what feels right for you. Because with the Fates and the Ace of Swords, I'm hearing your gut instinct is spot on. You know what's right for you. The universe, God, Spirit is communicating to you through your knowing. With Death and the Hermit, I feel, with this group, I feel for many of you, this process has already happened, but you may be coming out the other side with the Hermit. There may be a sense of some of these opportunities and the promises that are on the horizon may not have fully manifested, but you'll all be on different timelines. So for some of you, you may already have kind of experienced some of these changes for the positive in the physical. For others, it's coming. But there's a need, I'm hearing, to not... I'm hearing protect yourself away from your blessings. By all means, if it's something where you really feel you need to take a step back, by all means do so. But for some of you, I do get this energy of not allowing your thought patterns or your fears to hold you back from what's meant for you and what really fulfills you. Because I do feel for this group, the changes are very positive. It feels as though overall there's a lot of blessings coming in. You can trust what's ahead of you or in front of you. Now with that Ace of Pentacles sitting above the Hermit, I keep hearing, if you've had visions of or an idea for a certain enterprise, a career path, again, you could already be doing this or at least working towards it. It's like Spirit is saying they want you to have full faith in it. Don't doubt yourself. Don't hold yourself back from what you love or what you're passionate about. With Death and the Knight of Wands, for some of you as well, I'm hearing you're coming out of a period of solitude. And part of why you may have already gone through a lot of personal growth, or you may have already taken these steps, is there was this process where you had to be more introspective, especially with co-create, where you were aligning, shifting your energy, transforming. But now that you're out the other side, or now that you've made some of these changes, there's a sense of being ready for something new, or there's a sense of moving. I want to say embracing life is the energy I'm getting, because I feel for many of you, if you've gone through these stages of healing and growth, it's like you're ready for new life. It's a really, I keep hearing like fertility. It's a very fertile time. Again, for a few of you, you may literally be very fertile, but I see you, everything kind of blossoming around you, but I feel like you had to go through that winter. Or there was a period of time where you had to really embrace yourself. You may have had to really deep dive in terms of, okay, what do I want moving forward? What does my happiness look like? What am I healing from? What am I releasing? What am I going to take with me? So I do feel there was an energy of change and growth that preceded some of these shifts and blessings that you have coming towards you now. And with co-create as well, Spirit is saying hold true to what you love. Hold true to your heart's desires. Don't pull back from what feels right for you, and don't allow fear or doubt, or because I feel for some of you may still have a certain, like your guards are still up, or you're used to. For those of you where you are single, but you're wanting to manifest someone, there's a sense of your guards may have been kind of elevated for a period of time. So now you're kind of used to going it alone, or you're not used to being as open to people or new energies. And Spirit is saying, don't allow that frequency to hold you back from what wants to come in for you. Because I do feel, and again, I'm not saying to ignore your gut instinct if you really feel something or someone isn't right for you, but there is a need to trust, because I do feel there's a lot coming in that is for your benefit, that is going to be, you know, a blessing. But there's a need perhaps to, so I just heard with the Queen of Swords, like silence the inner critic, especially if you have a mind that's very active, or you have a tendency at times perhaps to overthink. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi Group 4. So the first message I'm hearing for this group is you're coming into a time of immense change and powerful, really powerful personal and spiritual growth. For some of you, I feel like you're really being called to step up to the next level, to lead. I feel like there's an energy of expansion. I feel like for some of you, with the Magician and the Nine of Swords, the greatest barrier here is fear. Fear and overthinking. However, I feel for many of you, you've gone through a certain level of growth. I see release, shedding, clearing. And again, you may still be going through this process right now, and there's still elements that you're letting go of. But I just feel overall, it's like you're ready for a new level of existence. I keep seeing, Spirit keeps showing me you like upgrading, stepping up to the next level. You've outgrown where you've been, the experiences, the people, the situations, and perhaps you're ready for more, because I just get that sense of ascension. For many of you though, I do feel we have come to the edge, which is my card of releasing and moving beyond your comfort zone. That perhaps you're ready for a new experience. It's time to jump into life with change, and Priestess, how you're being called to step up and lead. For some of you, this could literally be, I just heard stepping more fully into your power, especially as it pertains, I feel, to work or something that you're putting energy into. The Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. This could be a business, a venture, a project, a new career, a new job. There's just that sense of Spirit asking you to really embrace your dreams, your vision, but also your independence. For some of you, you may be stepping up literally into a leadership position. You could be stepping into a job or a role in terms of being your own boss, self-employment, kind of taking charge. But with power here as well, I keep feeling from the changes you're going through, you're far more powerful, or you're recognizing your power more fully than you did previously. And it's almost like through this change and this growth, you can no longer stay small. You can no longer silence yourself. You can no longer hold back everything that's happening internally. But with that Knight of Pentacles and that Knight of Swords, I also feel for this group, there's going to be a quick turn of fate. Where with that Knight of Pentacles, especially again around career, finances, where you're trying to make changes or shifts, if it's been slow going, especially financially, there's quick turnarounds. There's a sense that, okay, now I'm ready. Now I can charge ahead. It could be an opportunity that comes out of the blue. I just keep seeing everything moving really like almost like a snail's pace, and then it turns and it's happening very rapidly. When the Eight of Cups, there could be a situation where you literally need to let go of what has been, or one path, one job, I feel it's more around a physical circumstance. I don't feel I'm talking about a person. It seems to be more about your path and your journey that then enables that wheel to turn, because you also have here fork in the road. So I do feel like one opportunity falls away, or there's something that you release and let go of that opens up that new door. And again, you'll feel guided if that's so, and don't I don't want you to make any choices that don't feel balanced and right for you, but I do see this energy where things are really starting to turn and shift for you. Now, with deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing, I feel for this group you've already been going through that process and there's already been that energy, but I just get that sense of being really open to the new, essentially. I feel next to the Nine of Pentacles, there's something around the new energy that may feel threatening. I just heard threatening to your comfort zone. Threatening in the sense that it requires more confident, empowered version of yourself. And again, I keep hearing up-leveling, going to the next level. Perhaps it pushes you beyond what you thought you could do. Or again, I see for some of you, it could literally be a career change, a promotion, a new enterprise where you are leading now. It's a new role or it's a new way of expressing yourself that may not be as familiar in terms of where you've been previously or how you operated previously. But I just see overall, there's a lot of change in terms of what you're able to bring in. With Priestess and the Magician, your intentions, your desires, your spiritual insights are able to manifest more readily. And that could be triggering greater changes with that Nine of Swords. I'm hearing as well for this group, you're embracing situations and settings that not only empower you, but that give you a level of freedom. I feel with that wheel turning, with that Wheel of Fortune, I feel like anything that held you back or anything that limited you, anything that left you feeling small or unable to live the life you truly desire and live life on your terms, I feel like that's being cleared away and that's kind of being left to the past is what I want to say. With the Nine of Swords sitting beneath the Knight of Swords, with some of these quick changes, I feel, again, your mind may be the aspect of self that struggles the most. Whether it's just fear reaction, second guessing yourself, doubt, there is a need to kind of ground yourself or not allow your mind to pull you in another direction, or not allow your mind to convince you that, you know, you're not capable of something, or that it's not going to turn out in your favor. The self-talk that you have will be really important in regards to what you attract and what you're able to bring to the surface, or what you're able to draw out of your being. But with power and this healing process, I just feel energetically, it's like in your physical and cellular body, the energy is starting to concentrate. For some of you with that Eight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, you may have already had to walk away from, you know, someone or something that led to this shift, that led to this transformation. I just heard metamorphosis. There's a sense of complete renewal. And with that Eight of Cups and Seven of Pentacles, it's that energy of walking away from what I don't want so I can plant seeds and set intentions with what is going to be more fruitful for me, with the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. For some of you, you may have decided I'm more abundant on my own in whatever context that plays out. But there's a sense of I'm going to build my wealth on my own back, through my own efforts, through, you know, really nurturing myself, through what makes me happy, rather than investing in either someone else's dreams, someone else's ideas, or just listening and allowing others to sway or influence you. For this group, I feel like you've grown and changed so much and so drastically. It's almost like you couldn't go back to where you've been, or you couldn't stay at where you've been. The push for growth and expansion is so strong in this group. I feel as though it's almost like you can't sit still, is what I just heard. For some of you, you may literally be having energetic surges where you just feel, I'm feeling like a really like go-getter. I'm ready to embrace this, I'm moving ahead. You may be very much engaged in some action or planning taking steps to bring things to fruition. I just feel as though the energies are very active within. And I do feel overall it's for the best. These are positive changes, but there's a need as well to kind of pace yourself as you go through this process. But not with the Nine of Swords, like here, don't allow your fears or your thought patterns to pull you off path or pull you off kilter. Because I do feel for some of you, you're moving towards an opportunity, or you're creating some of you are literally creating an opportunity for yourself where it is going to challenge or threaten the mind and the ego. It is going to push you well beyond your comfort zone. It may seem daunting, or you may feel as though, you know, the outcome isn't assured, that it might be scary because it's, you know, it's different, or it's perhaps it's no longer picking a safe path or a safe job, a safe role. But I feel like the more you vouch for yourself and embrace your own power, your own independence, the better the outcome. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.